Hello, good evening. You're watching the news in brief live on Active TV. We're live on Facebook, Active TV, on YouTube, Active TV Games. My name is Mami Abnapofia. The president has announced that commercial vehicles can take full capacity even in the rise in the pandemic. We'll bring you the reaction of drivers and passengers. Don't go away. So our first story, Active News team went round to find out how people are reacting to the ease on restrictions on transport. Most passengers are calling for a reduction in transport fares. Others are complaining bitterly, saying that they've been asked to observe social distancing in churches, but then social distancing has been taken away from commercial vehicles.
Even though the number of cases of COVID-19 has increased, the president has announced that transport or commercial vehicles can take full capacity effective today. Today we are at Ablekuma to find out from drivers and passengers how this is going to inconvenience them or probably their reaction. Come along with me.
Passengers yefa on say lolly fare no moto too much. The lolly fare no moto too sa no. Passenger ni o fa na obeka say no. Sebi o ma yesin e doso. Ena o mo si social distance so aben so social distance so no. Ena aban si ni sen kama adwum kama menkwa ma adwum dia. Nka eni kwansa nka e basa. Acha say passengers kwa no mo ne ere ani ekun. Eba sa so en fine. Eba sa wa wo ye adwuma kran pa wo ye den. Ninji anapemi ye adwuma me ninji. Passengers o mane akosa se. Nka kama adwun akasa atutu na ka mo se nka mo ye no. Nka ye
sina ye park ye no. O sha still am for ni no maximum. Let's see entre me say na haju. Ya wo na gusu wo ntie pa. Full capacity be there. Ya fancy olusu bebre ba na mo ma akonya se full capacity ni say drivers be baboy. The agenda say how much to full any da. And the yes say full capacity ni say na boy ka kan say ya man say so you say ya ka won say be so much tumba ba boy say come yam fa full no.
I heard they are taking full now instead of the social distance. It worries me a lot because I didn't hear anything since yesterday, and it will give a lot of problem. Even though the numbers are increasing still, and they say we should do that. So it's only God who can help us in this.
Old price no. But do be no new price. But no permit ready o meka mitie na me ka she mate said waje no new price bi a wo fa no balance ma no to do bi a balance e dey e sa ma no but do tretre ne de naka e ma load no content ma ye tretre na load no sesi anaka na ye ma sa ba foforo ka no be siwa na che ma tretre na sesi a si mu na ye ma na ko ba bi tika ka tretre de enkaye
eye se o si ye fa full passengers by so any na passengers no company say Argentina otu nti enu na obehwe na waye mu bia mu a na onhwe na ye bo bi mu na obi anye free
The pay ko ye load back seat ye 5 enso ade teta mo da da ne pay ko ye 5 enso mo je fa ne pepe de o ma tu na ode pepe ana mo se da nse teta ye hu sa kono no se da nse teta ro sa ye wo bi obeka yen enti on te so na yen ntena we ne pepe maye ya woti e pa
Issue na madam rekana sanete sanga ebi kura anko ye no tretre na nka babuaye sense still amonte so nti yeso ye problem ana no se amonte so moye na e pe wai
me dey imagine on say dinka wati for dey senka omwa ontete no amasemaye me pa ne chewa ye slaban si pa ne chew fu ye no wanye dey want so emaye wati so amegiri sa da for so be dey omo bete so ante so a ebe ha ebe ma ye no omo nyina wantu be dey ebe banti be sere no
Ghana the Ghana part to yɛsrɛ no aso wɔnte so na ɛma ho kyerɛ ɛbɛba because yɛtena so fɔɔfɔɔ no a yare no obi ho a obi nyɛ dɛ obi nnim ɔde ba bɛtena mu nti yɛsrɛ no wɔnyɛ dɛ wɔnte so ɛma yɛn
Mimi bisa sɛ onim sɛ yɛato lɔre fɛ ni ma na no onim sɛ wɔ sɛ wɔn declare sɛ yɛato lɔre fɛ ni so ansa ɔbɛ declare sɛ yɛn tians fɔɔfɔɔ ɛwɔ kaa ne mu mesra ban sɛ sisia no yɛn ho kyerɛ yɛn sɛ no watoto lɔre fɛ no ho ana sisia ɔde nyama nyinaa atoto akɔ mu saa no sisia no yɛbɛsra ne sɛ ɔmbɔ mɔden ɔyɛ dɛ wɔn tete lɔre fɛ no so ɛma yɛ
fɔfɔ na na afa no dɛ ɛbrɛ because over the age of my portfolio better any says I don't know I am also open ground in Nigeria they say na ba me fa for me there ɛbrɛ
Every say no no really at say na na kasa say it me fa there ye fa na it yes ya ba na me sanitizer na esu ani ho ye nsa na bibia ye di ni it is how you pass na na over be foka na say we say no smas ya ye ma won wa ho nsa ye ma won but ever say ye fa tre no e gwa passengers no e san gwa drivers na so by problem kakra on so say all first no e say o mo teso Emani ba nina kwa kasa kakra bi e dey e beta hane dey emra no bibia ye dis collect so be foka na she no smas ya ye be see from
The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, is calling for a reduction in transport fares. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, is calling for a reduction in transportation fares as commercial vehicles return to taking passengers at full seating capacity. This follows President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's announcement of easing of restrictions in the transport sector in his 14th address to update the nation. In consultation with ministries of transport and aviation and the leadership of transport operators, the government has taken the decision to lift the restrictions in the transport sectors, he said, and allows for full capacity in our domestic airplanes, taxis, trotros, and buses. However, COPEC, in a statement signed by its Executive Secretary Duncan Amoah, has suggested that the recent fare increases should be reduced by 5%. And in some other stories, former President John Dramani Mahama calls for justice for murdered 90-year-old woman who was accused of witchcraft. Former President John Dramani Mahama has condemned the lynching of a 90-year-old woman at Kafaba in the East Gonja municipality of the Savannah region. Ekia Dante was killed for alleged witchcraft. I've been unable to watch the whole video as society and institutions fail the poor 90-year-old woman, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress said on social media. Where were our assembly members, unit committees, the police and BNI when it mattered most? He asked. It was sad to see a crowd standing by and watching the gruesome spectacle. Very sad reflection on us as a people in the 21st century, Mr. Mahama said, adding, just by luck, someone captured the sorry sight on a smartphone. How many more Dente Equiers have died pitiful unrecorded deaths? I joined Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman in condemning the killing and calling for justice for the family, he said. As usual, Mr. Kojoba is already seated. We'll be looking at commercial vehicles being allowed to take full capacity amidst, at that point, notable points from the 14th update of the president yesterday. Akwaba.
Yeah, mami.
And Yasanshe, now what you need.
Some of for God and country.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and I'm sure, sir, you listened to the 14th update from the president.
Very well.
Okay, amongst other things, Bobo Osono, most of the things were things Minister of Finance Minister Abobo Sodada. Most of the things we are aware. But one of the things he mentioned was, you see, our commercial vehicles can take full capacity. And we went out, we did a few interviews with a few people. One Kasaudian was it?
Yeah, Mammy, Meda, Shefoni, a tea for so as
sure.
A woman on my cassia. The better myself, so beside me, and like you rightly said, His Excellency, the President, in address, in the 14th address, Mem said, a call 14-day mandatory quarantine and running first day on the public interactive, and said it was good because you're saying your president back and wanting because I'm so no crown so that Ghana first say Papa. Now coming back to issue, I think transport issue or can say see there say passengers drivers beat me up for full capacity say they no move fan and also na Papa. And as say COVID started
Papa in what sense? Because
Papa in the sense say so we na buy a could see a driver for any passengers in
really
passengers in the sense that driver no ne full capacity no for the soti and in sika soti and a young passengers so no ABS nipa be 10 ejina stationer per car na car ne ba ABS previously no nipa 10 in a betimi afa car ba ko but this time restrictions in no obefa nipa be 6 4 be car but then this one na car ho den kakra e no ho no and I Papa no Emma driver for ne and I assign ye as some demo passengers because after now track him when I won't how ye and the end the passengers and the day asem pani minu but drivers in the end there na said anya be any kasa and more so.
Okay, but in the rise in the pandemic, you say you call more than 30,000. Now churches are supposed to observe social distancing. And then vehicles, transport, commercial vehicles, because if churches are observing social distancing, and you are saying that in the vehicles, rather, we shouldn't observe social distancing. How?
You see, in my lay mind, then can you say, vehicle, dear, utimwa. Say yes, any panel to one channel, you are down for an only be an enemy coma, Obia in the lane straight. Though more come hold there, but even with full capacity, so more for what means say, who can now bon only the panel and mensa. Now,
but then, mean Chawano, I try to say churches or moboboso because personally, my church spacing
very well.
Even before this happened.
Very well. Me one thing I mean who about church issue, he said. You see, your worship was sorry, your praises were sorry. When it begins, obia observe distancing. But when you get into the spirit, and I say when you get soaked into praises and now worshiper, sometimes you forget yourself. Minim for a reason here, be sorry dear, still I know a pino a yen and kakranka, many health experts. But I think the government speaks or comes out to speak when we're consulting health experts in other people. You see, I'm on a moment direction until so be briefly and the NCR. Sorry, dear, or more 1 hour after increase 2 hours and look at start here, I think first week of August, right?
Yes.
Yes. Or more, sir, not passengers there, and as a car with dear, or see a bit near town, and dear, just or be mine briefing on that. But me and Cassady mean to mean the India.
So you think
yes,
that easing transport or not? It's the right thing.
Well, for now, no dear, can make us a on train kakra. As at BBA will be just see the Comania kakransa. And then who say, oh, near my normalize it. And then just or make some analysis be concerning figures be a banner dear, nipa recover near dear. It shows it's showing positive as we move forward,
But I was also thinking, Senka, a show positive, and then sorry, no, so Konjemu Kakra. Do you get it? Ha. But like I said earlier, no, only reasons here, sorry, no, Kakra, now transporting the see, they can take their.
But then, this is happening just after we have seen increase in transport fares. Do you think the COPEC has come out to say that transport fares should be decreased? Because as you say, you have full capacity. Now, more as a first, no, you have 3-3, you have 2-20 na. Mode nipa ba ko de abeka ho de a. And this is ya nso ya 2. It is ya yamamo full capacity no. Don't you think the transport fare should be reduced?
Yes, it should be reduced. It should be reduced in the sense, I think, sir, me from free her. You see, a bra COVID ne start here. Now, I'm say drivers no more form normal way no. It do baby na bra protocol way no. Your friend say by.
Yeah, observe
restrictions and the by says here observe this social distancing protocols near there. And I'm say president no be can say I was say this time you know reduce over number no. More for 4, more for 3, more for 3, more for 2. And who did more? But they were taking the old fare. And did more? I think a month from now. I think a month before now. And now I'm saying you're too full. You're too full. More pen almost increase here. And the meter said GPRT we can say we increase fare by 15%. Fine. That 15% in the mommy. Oshesika no more. Now it was more than 15%.
Most definitely.
Because Ofi Kaswa Eko Medina, it was somewhere 4 cities, 50 pesos.
Okay.
But if you do no more around almost 8 cities.
Wow.
Yes. But my trust here calculations between me who say instead 15 or more kind, say GPRT kind so more general. It looks like sa COVID time, you know, no money you reduce to you know. Almost the whole fraction kakra. And no man sa fa fair no dear. First of all, increase a boom. And to share real figures, now it was more than 15%. Oh, I don't know. All calculations now more than. Then the problem with GPRT, you say, when it comes to increasing transport fares there, then they quickly omit me. You see, and it's a normal year. No more printing way. Yes. No more printing way. No more Abubakar. Then maybe driver being in the mate say, I didn't say 15%. Basically, more than 50%. Someone catch them say, I'm there. Some honey, they brought say, I'm charging, almost charging. Into your magic. Fine. Mommy, you did the one and Yanko Pando Menra, His Excellency the President. And I don't know ever can say restrictions, you know, as to drivers in Yagum Kakra, and to meet me from no my. In the end, you can say, on at least, you can say, Munji old face, you know. Because as I assume, there would be a aspect now. About restrictions, you reduce your number, and they are increasing on farmer.
Because COPEC is saying that almost slashing by 5%.
5% is in the right sense. So, Becassa.
All right.
When me did chat to one, Martis and Ra, His Excellency make a unicorn, not driver for India started.
And Najona. Most definitely, yes. And dra me call fee in the taxi and Timu no more 2 or back seat and a 1 or front seat. See, Miss Gina Honomono, I was like, oh, I am no, see, there be Menteana, and you may Anna, it's working. It is Anna Jona, come it's name near 3.
You see, the problem and what can I say, and His Excellency make his statement, the meeting, or say, in consultation with the Ministry of Transport, Aviation, and the leadership of transport operators, which means the GPRT, you know, you are aware. So she said, they be Monaman, they be Mammo back. It's in Cohon, like I said, buying on your Motanaseno. You know, outcome of the ecosia.
Sure.
Oh, okay, you're not transit. Can any restrict him with this time, your gem, into Moso prices no more yen a day. Now, come on, outdoors a yin. And to be fair, His Excellency Baba Casano, not just say new fair near the now, so ever. So, but it looks like they have been consulted, yet, your passengers in the air. And you know, mommy, we are not in normal times. No more thing, businesses and could at here. It is a transport fares, and assigned the Caho perfumes are per coupe. This time, quite a more full capacity now. Sorry, and you have a driver for any passenger for me. There, how many say? driver for no no fix the prices no a GPITU but always you know GPITU we are no akote na drivers no any passengers
driver ni bi mi ntwa no driver ni bi ankasa fina no ka say anape no ba adwuma ne nje because when amanfo akosa and I'm sure say his conscience is hitting him hard.
Oh, because ono so say bi o na busuani bi faka
so
and so no ji obi ho anya de obi so be ji wo na busuani ho it the GPITU you know they should have come out and say okay any president ni abetra say see ano or be man full capacity ni back enti vice na na ji we no ya ti so say ma me trust me that or how bia emma just say na no pay passenger ni driver passengers drivers I mean yes I had train and then remember ti phone bi ni am fa ho kekan say hu e che passengers and passengers who keka bi chom enti mesre yeah going for the mesre of say yes sir GPITU you should come out with new face more in tuna dream and say and your toss papers near there way a principle yet here so and I'm increase here fine this time you're the back mama enti monteso
me yeah over the weekend of it's last week now there has been a video trending of Abewabia in Kofose or behave abnormal being ama omufisa oyebefo enunti nkofom won important to share so omukun ya Mahama has come out to say that justice for the woman he's calling out for justice for the woman. And then if your video na eyemobo na meaning say o bibi kan.
Yes, mommy, you see me make submission based on the Mahama aka.
Sure.
And the Ghana into on so or to me assemble to make it. But me making me submission based on the fact that Mahama no be for crowd nipa. You see, said you abua kra no yenkunu basasa. You get me? There na more say Africa be a dream. We still go down to that.
But I read an article on that, and then it has come out that she's not the only one. And idea they often do.
You see
that
time. And it looks like it will be anti. And again, I will be in him send for Sadia no more tie. You see, or you'll be my mule. Said you'll be you couldn't just like that because or before. Omo mukunu so ebefo then na omo ya yo muhu se ma me na ebefo. Do you get it?
It takes a witch to find a witch.
Yes. Enti wo ukunu se wo ye oyebefo no which means one kasa su kwa na wo yebefo. It is a yekuma me na one kasa se ekun bi. Mami ade we koso no na obi ekita phone no wo twa. O twa o obi okay you betimi aka say well thank you when try and asem the year be who kwan be pass for you but no be twa owie or the two social media and they call over you see baby edu no sabi you yen sorry we must wake up psychologically mentally yen sorry you know this in the way you be for Africa per se yet had your misfortunes and answer near maybe yen to me and yet question ko for bidudu me mo we are before fine practice obey mesu no ho one say abafo bi nya before we are before but what you say you see a lynch obronin because of before that and answer omo hu sen kofo ne before no omo ya before nti omo ku omo no omo I mean look at this in this 21st century it's so amazing
India queen
ya kuni kekete sa aboa you see no Friday or Saturday me say police administration day you be about out omo the press release be about say omo yes Saturday ni na omo ko hwehwe it's a forensic unit you know and I applauded for them though me can say no omo kra ma che say omo dey bad this time but me bon say omo so ma ya there it should be swift obi ogina ho bia na obi otobo na obi odi ade bo ma me
bi camera
common channel because the also be ebe for we dey na hu say because be scientifically it's not proven enti when you fa so hu say ma me ebe for enti mu declare say ensi ekunu no sankofoni na so yem from yemi so kwasem ya the bonnet questions yes so na me fo se bia me jo ma asem ne ba ye twam no nka we die nka ye jade ono nya by for the but ono so instant justice say ya and ha minim se nka twa bet minim se bi mo tiga na ha mo de still ano omo owure mo mu awia very bad very bad in crisis some nkasa yes so in crisis some more yes ha de no more you should bow down your heads in shame we in crisis for nkasa we in crisis for
all right you could you that CP say pasande wadwe abijayende. So we just spoke to Mr. Kojoban sharing his thoughts on the ease in restrictions on transport and the old woman, the 90-year-old woman who was murdered because she was accused of being a witch. This news was proudly sponsored by Ekrase Market, Active Video Production, and General Laundry and Cleaning Services. My name is Mami Abnapuki. Have a good evening and enjoy the rest of our programs.